Now, I have to say, I give lectures in different parts of the country, and I've noticed that when you talk about vegetarian diets, there's some places that it doesn't go over too big. I was giving a talk in Lubbock, Texas a few years ago, and I noticed that I'd been invited to speak at Texas Tech, and I didn't realize when I went there that they have a class there called Swinology 101. It's an agriculture school, and the reason people go there is they want to become ranchers. But anyway, I'm talking about how people should do a vegetarian diet that would reverse heart disease and make them live longer, and the audience doesn't like this. And I pretty soon noticed they're kind of grumbling a lot, and one or two people are heckling me. And I realized here I am in the middle of cattle country advocating a vegetarian diet. But the fact is, my grandpa was a cattle rancher, and my dad grew up on a cattle ranch, and my uncles and cousins are all in that business. So I don't consider them the enemy. I consider them to be people at the same risk as everybody else, and they need this message. So I'm describing to these guys in Lubbock about how particles of cholesterol enter the artery wall, and they cause artery blockages to gradually grow, and that causes heart attacks. And we have 4,000 of them every single day. And if we went on a vegetarian diet collectively, that would not happen with that kind of frequency. Well, at this point, the audience is booing. And they're just really giving me a hard time. And I finally just had to say, look, you guys, you can heckle me as much as you want to. But this process of atherosclerosis, this hardening of the arteries that comes from a lifetime of eating beef and other high-fat foods, it doesn't just cause heart attacks. It can also make you impotent. And I had their complete attention for the rest of my lecture. Now, see, I wasn't making this up. By age 60, 1 in 4 American men is impotent. And it's not performance anxiety when you're 60. You see, the coronary arteries that go to the heart muscle, if they get artery blockages, you don't get blood and oxygen to the heart anymore, and a portion of the heart muscle dies. That's a myocardial infarction or a heart attack. If you block the arteries to the brain, you get a stroke or a death of the portion of the brain that artery was leading to. If you block the arteries to any vital organ, are you with me? Okay, all right. You see, the male sexual anatomy is this peculiar hydraulic system that it was obviously devised on a Monday because everything goes wrong with it. But you need a good, vigorous blood supply in order for it to function properly. So anyway, by the way, this is no joke for cardiologists. They know a man in his 50s who develops impotence has a 1 in 4 risk of heart attack or stroke within 2 years. It's just a sign of blocked arteries. So anyway, at the end of my lecture in Lubbock, I had all these guys in snakeskin boots coming up to the front, asking me for my macho tofu recipes and power brown rice. I realized I should stop talking about heart attacks because that doesn't motivate people, but we figured out what does. So.